Last week we saw a serious injury in football, so for those who are sensitive, as usual, skip ahead. Here, Jaden Daniels falls with his arm outstretched forward. This is a classic position where we see injuries. It's called foosh, fall on outstretched hand, a fall with an outstretched arm. In this position, we often see many injuries. Wrist, elbow, shoulder, collarbone. Anything can happen. Usually these kinds of falls happen with a straight arm, so most of the force goes to the shoulder, and that's how shoulder dislocations can occur. But here, Jaden Daniels bends his elbow with a slight twist, which led to a relatively rare injury in adults, an elbow dislocation. Our elbow is made up of 3 bones. At the top, the humerus, our upper arm, and at the bottom, in the forearm, the radius and the ulna. The joint gets its stability from the way the ulna fits into the hinge of the humerus and from the surrounding ligaments that provide support. In this case, a dislocation means the ulna comes out of the part of the humerus where it is held, and in such cases, you can often see many injuries. The minimum is a tear in the ligaments that stabilize the elbow, and it can progress to tears in blood vessels, nerve damage, or even fractures at the moment the bones come out of place and rub against each other. It's important to understand that this kind of dislocation is very painful. Right after it happens, if a doctor is present and there's no sign of fracture, they'll try to put the elbow back in place to relieve pain, then send the person to the hospital for an X-ray. Like many other injuries, the return to activity depends on the extent of the damage. If there is only minor ligament damage, which is more or less the minimum in such a situation, then it's possible to return even within a month, maybe even 6 weeks. But if there is more extensive damage or nerve injury, or, as often happens, fractures in these cases, then recovery is much longer and can take up to half a year of physiotherapy. But in Jaden's case, I estimate that the injury is not too severe, because the doctors on site felt comfortable putting his elbow back in place, which means they believe there is no fracture. That means that within a month, maybe 6 weeks, he'll probably be back on the field, likely with some bandaging or a splint. In any case, good luck.